You're God's chosen people. And in Deuteronomy 6:7, no, 7, 6, and 7. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. So he took the smallest group of people and made them special. Amen. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but that would make me feel special. To be chosen, and you're the smallest amount. Be the minority and be special. Amen. For a good reason. So, now we have to decide how the religion of a child is decided. As Gentiles, how do we decide the religion of a child we have? Anybody?
Really what we are.
Who?
The parent.
Which parent? Confusion.
Ideally, it would be both of them are the same religion. Ideally.
All right. The Gentiles usually use the man, the father. Now, in the Jewish religion, or Judaism, who chooses the religion, or whose religion is the child?
It's the mother.
Yes, and what is the reason for that? Does anybody know?
It's easier to track lineage through the mother than the father.
Well, you know who the mother is.
Exactly.
So that makes it easier to track it.
Steve, what did Diane say? I couldn't hear what she said.
It's through the mother.
It's easier to trace lineage through the mother because it's
Okay.
never, there's that who's the father question.
We'll get to that one soon.
Oh, you got that one covered.
Oh, it's coming. So, we remember Abraham, and he had two sons, Ishmael and then Isaac. Well, Ishmael was not Jewish, he was a Gentile, because Hagar was Egyptian, so thus was kicked out. Abraham wasn't asked to sacrifice Ishmael. When it came to Isaac, the son who was Jewish because Sarah was Jewish, he was asked to sacrifice him to show his loyalty to God. And the last one I have here is Jesus. Now, he's called the Jew. Does God have a religion? Anybody?
Yes.
No, so he's Jewish only because of Mary being Jewish. If Mary was Ethiopian, he wouldn't be Jewish, he'd be a Gentile. Now we get into spreading the word to the Gentiles. And for that I'm going to go to Romans 3:29. Because is he the God of the Jews only? Is he not also of Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also. So Jesus came for everybody. He came to give salvation to all people, not just Jews, not just Gentiles. But in Matthew 24, he states that Matthew 15:24, he states that I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he came to speak to the Israelites, not to the Gentiles. He was not sent to tell the Gentiles of his great works and everything else, and how they can get salvation. But if you go to verse 28, this Canaanite woman who had a daughter that was demon-possessed was asking Jesus to heal her daughter. And Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So because this woman believed in Jesus, he cured her daughter. He healed her.
Amen, amen.
Now, the first person to speak to a Gentile of the word, anybody?
Jesus.
No. Jesus didn't speak the word to the Gentiles. No. No?
What about the Samaritan woman? She
Anybody?
was not Jewish.
Anybody? Peter was. In Acts chapter 10, he spoke to Cornelius. He preached to Cornelius about God. And he converted, or he saved Cornelius and his household. Now, Paul's whole mission was to speak to the Gentiles and also to the Jews. But during that time when he's speaking to all the Gentiles, what were the other disciples doing?
Ministering to the Jews.
Yes. So the Jews were still being ministered to. And the question comes, why aren't we ministering to the Jews? Why are we afraid to talk to them? Is it fear? Is it that we don't know how? We don't have how to reach them in our playbook. I mean, we have playbooks for atheists, for agnostics, for anybody else. When it comes to the Jew, we don't know where to go. And we start with the Old Testament, as Tia had said, which was in Jerusalem. As soon as you mention Jesus, you're out the door. But if you go showing the Messiah and introduce Jesus that way, you may be able to get more reception out of them. So we need to change our playbooks, start working on speaking to Jewish people. You may speak to a Jewish person and not even know it, because their last name may not be a last name that you think is Jewish, because the father is not Jewish. I mean, Adolf Hitler, his grandfather was Jewish, but you didn't even know that, and he hated the Jews.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, thank you.
Thank you.